Hello, I'm Leslie Melendez. Jacob Clifford and Adrian Hill are currently on vacation, and due to the scarcity in hosts, I'll be your hostess for the first half of today's crash course, which, hey, I just remembered.
It's scarcity.
Okay, enough with introductions. Let's get right into the discussion. Scarcity is defined as a limited amount of resources to meet the unlimited wants and needs of humans. An example of scarcity
To get your brain going.
can be seen in the game of musical chairs that we all played as children.
Hey, stop for musical chairs. Come on, let's go. Set up the chairs now, all in a row. You run around the chairs till the music stops, and you have to find a seat now. Don't get caught, 'cause when the music stops, you can't be standing there if you want to be a winner at musical.
In the short video you just saw, you can see Charlie Brown playing musical chairs with his friends. There are 7 people playing, but there's only 6 chairs, which, wait for it, causes a scarcity in chairs. So towards the end of the video, you see Sally leaving because there was a scarcity in chairs and she didn't get to sit down. An example of scarcity is food, which can be hard to fathom, especially if you've ever set foot inside a Walmart. But the hard truth is that there is an estimated 795 million people in the world who don't have enough food to eat, and approximately 9 million of these people die from hunger-related illnesses every year. Food scarcity can be caused by several factors, one of the main ones being crop failure. When crops fail, farmers aren't able to supply their buyers with the amount that would be needed to fulfill their customer demands. Another unfortunate result is increase in prices so that buyers lose the least amount of money as possible. So say there was recently a drought in an area that supplies a big percentage of apples in the U.S. The cost of apples would increase to make up for the apples lost to the drought. Another tragic outcome of this drought would be an increase in the price of apple pie, because newsflash, apples are a key ingredient in apple pie. A couple other goods that can be scarce are water, oil, timber, and even man-made goods such as medicine. Other key causes of scarcity are war, inflation, crop failure, uneven distribution, and even government policies. Okay, now that we're done talking about the basics of scarcity, now it's time for me to pass it on to my friend and co-host, Renata Hernandez.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Renata Hernandez, and I'll be Leslie's co-host for the day. Let's get right into it. Okay, so regardless of the amount of economic growth, scarcity will remain present because it will never be possible to satisfy the wants and needs of everyone. So economic growth allows more wants to be satisfied, but it does not eliminate scarcity.
The problem of scarcity can never be resolved. It is a fundamental problem that makes the study of economics possible. All people in all places and times are faced with scarcity. Scarcity is a condition that arises because people have unlimited wants but only have limited resources with which to fulfill those wants. If we think about this, we will see that this is true for all people, no matter how rich.
So I decided to go around to ask people what their definition of scarcity was, and these were the results. Hello, Ms. Velder. So could you tell me what scarcity means?
Scarcity, I would assume, means a lack of something. When I think of scarce, I think of a lack of something, so maybe lack of a product or lack of money.
Okay, hello, Saeed. Could you tell me what scarcity is?
It's like when there's a limited product of something.
Okay, hello, Messiah. Could you tell me what scarcity means to you?
Scarcity is the shortage of resources.
So you may be wondering, what happens to the GDP? Well, countries that lack sufficient amount of water could see their GDP decline as much as 6% by 2050.
The following 3 countries have the lowest gross domestic product per capita worldwide in 2017. In 2017, South Sudan was ranked first with an estimated per capita GDP of $243.11 US, second Burundi at 312.46, and third Malawi at 325.54. The following 3 countries have the highest decrease of gross domestic product in 2017. In 2017, Venezuela ranked first among the countries with the highest GDP decrease, with a decrease of approximately 14% compared to the previous year. Second, Yemen with 5.94%, and third, South Sudan with 5.15%. Consumers' resources such as time, attention, and money are limited. They must choose how to best allocate them by making trade-offs. The concept of trade-offs due to scarcity is formalized by the concept of opportunity cost. The opportunity cost of a choice is the value of the best alternative sacrifice. As you can see in the picture, John chose to give up sleeping in order to study for his exam the next day. The result was that he was very sleepy the next morning, but he did well on the test. John chose studying, so his opportunity cost was giving up sleep. This relates to scarcity because there isn't enough time to study and sleep at the same time, so we must choose what we think is best for us in that particular time. So how does scarcity affect the economy? Factors like production costs and labor affect the cost of scarce items. If the unlimited wants and needs of a particular good can be met by resources, then the item is not considered scarce. This would require the resources to be unlimited as well to meet the unlimited demand. When prices rise for energy, food, commodities, and other goods and services, the entire economy is affected. Rising prices, known as inflation, impact the cost of living, the cost of doing business, borrowing money, mortgage, corporate and government bond yields, and every other facet of the economy. Making economic choices is another way of dealing with scarcity. The different ways nations make economic choices result in various economic systems. All nations must address the problems of resource scarcity, and all nations must allocate their limited resources to meet the needs of their citizens. When nations allocate resources, they make choices reflecting their basic human values.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk. Oh wait, that's next week. Thank you for coming to our crash course on
Scarcity!
Oh, you do.
Is that okay?
Yeah. How long
Still
is that?
going?